Good afternoon, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties, Maine. Are you craving solitude, privacy, but you don't want to give up convenience to amenities? Well, come along with me today. We're going to take a look at this beautiful home here in Clifton on 9 acres of ground. So come along, let's go take a tour together. This property here has it all, folks. We're on 9 acres of wooded land. We've got this beautiful 2-bedroom, 1-floor house here to offer you. And the best part is we're only 35 minutes from the city of Bangor. We're about 30 minutes from the city of Ellsworth. So if you are living and working in those areas and you want a nice place to commute to, it's really easy. The new 395 connection off of I-95 dumps you right down here into Clifton on Route 9. And it's a real easy trip to get here. Let's go talk a little bit more about the location. All right, this is the Rebel Hill Road, also known as Route 180. In Clifton, and we're coming up ahead here. We're going to be turning on to the private road, which is Hopkins Pond Road, on our way to 40 Smith Lane. Okay, we're turning in onto Hopkins Pond Road, and this is a private road. The very entrance here is paved, but as we pull in here, you'll see that it's a private road. This is maintained by an association, and they do a very good job of taking care of this road. It's plowed all winter. Obviously, the utilities are all running here. And this is also the road that you're going to access the common lot and the access to Hopkins Pond that is part of the ownership of the property. This road association does require dues be paid by all the owners in here. And in 2025, the dues were $242 per year. We're just coming around the corner here on Hopkins Pond Road, and we're going to be turning left onto Smith Lane, and you can see off in the distance here Hopkins Pond and some of the mountain ranges off to the right. The property actually comes right out here and starts right on this turn on the left side of the road as we're driving in here, and has a lot of road frontage. I think we have nearly 2,000 feet of frontage along this road. So it's all on the left side. You can see the nice big trees over here, and the house sits a little beyond the center of this 9.3 acres of land. This is a really nice access. As we drive in here, we see no other houses on Smith Lane. There's nothing on the right-hand side. And our driveway is coming up right here. We have arrived at 40 Smith Lane in the town of Clifton. We're located down here at 40 Smith Lane in the town of Clifton. Clifton is a small town of about 850 people. I think there's a little more than that, less than 900. We've got a town here that is called Clifton because of all the cliffs in this area. There's some amazing cliffs for rock climbing here, and a lot of people actually come to Clifton to rock climb. We're 24 miles from the city of Bangor. Bangor is where the international airport is, all kinds of shopping opportunities, really world-class restaurants here for a nice, beautiful little small city. The city of Ellsworth is the largest town in Hancock County. That's 20 miles from here. That town is a gateway into Bar Harbor, and Bar Harbor is only about 40 miles from this home. We're about, I think it's 150 miles to the city of Portland, which is Maine's largest city. That's 2 hours and 15 minutes. And Boston is about 254 miles, and that's about a 4-hour drive right from the doorstep of this home. Things that you probably wouldn't know unless I told you about this area, but this is off of Hopkins Pond Road. And this property, along with everybody on this private road system, have access to Hopkins Pond, and you can actually walk to that from this location. Hopkins Pond is about 450 acres roughly, and it's 65 feet deep. Lake trout, brook trout lake, beautiful body of water, crystal clear water. Go down to that common lot, and there's a big rock down there you can dive off from. There's real deep water right there off the shore. As I mentioned earlier, one of the other nice features of this town are all the hiking trails. We have Eagles Bluff, which isn't far from here. That's a pretty well-known rock climbers hill. It's a very steep, almost vertical slopes. Pekin Mountain, which isn't too far from here also. That's here in Clifton. It's also known as Chick Hill. So if you're a local, you know, like, where's Pekin Mountain? That's Chick Hill. Another place with some incredible views. Pretty easy hike up a gravel road, or you can take the hiking trail to the mountaintop, and Little Pekin's right there too. The Amherst Community Forest is right up the road here on Route 9. That's just under 5,000 acres of public reserve land. There's miles of hiking trails in there. There's some beautiful ponds. You can hunt in there. You can fish. There is a permitted ATV trail through a section of it, so you can ride out there as well. Beautiful part of the state of Maine, right off of Route 9. And if you happen to be a veteran, there is the Great Pond camping area on Great Pond, just on the north side of Route 9 from this location. Open to military members and their families for camping, all kinds of outdoor events going on there. That's a really cool thing. So if you're a service member, don't forget to check that out. As you come up the driveway here, the first thing you notice as you get here is this beautiful fire pit. It's a raised pit on a concrete slab. We got some really cool seashells inset in that. Really cool. This lot is 9.3 acres. Most of it is timberland, and as you see in the flyover here, beautiful, beautiful lot. We got 1,900 feet, actually, I think just over 1,900 feet of frontage along Smith Lane. No neighbors in sight here. Extremely private. While we're up here by the house, let me show you a couple of things. The first thing is a drilled well, and private well and septic is pretty common here in Maine. This well is actually under this bucket right here. And so as you come up the driveway, it's going to be on your left side. Around the back of the house, we have a 1,000-gallon concrete septic tank and a leach field out there. That takes care of your utilities. We do have grid power here, so that's all good. Internet at this particular location is done by Starlink. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So let's go take a look at let's look at the garage first, and then we'll go look at the house. This is a newly constructed barn. It's newer than the house. I'd call it a barn because, you wait till you see the inside. It's beautiful. 2 8-foot overhead doors. And then around here we have the man door. We're going to go inside and show you just how nice this building is. As we come in the man door, a couple things we want to make sure I point out to you. We got some generator hookup we'll talk about in a few minutes. This is a beautiful garage. No supports down here at all because the roof structure is all engineered truss, so we don't need to have any supporting members down here. What that does for you, this is a 2-bay garage that I know you can put 3 cars in here. You might be able to squeeze 4 if they're small enough. What I really wanted to show you is the type of construction. We got 6x6 post and beam on the walls all the way around. Beautiful, beautiful building. Rough lumber. It's just really aesthetically pleasing. Great slab here. Both doors have power overhead door openers. Over here we got the generator, and this will stay with the property. This I think is a 7,500 watt generator, if I remember right. And there's a plug-in on the exterior I'll show you when we go outside. There's also an RV connection, so if you got friends that will come up to visit and they got an RV, they can plug in for power right outside of the garage. The garage does have wood heat out here. There's a wood stove here hooked up. We got protection shield and a metal vestige chimney out through the wall. You can forgive the stuff in here. My folks that own this home are getting ready to move, so they're packing a lot of stuff up. We're going to go upstairs now and take a look at that space. All right, up here in the second floor of the garage, all kinds of storage room here in the center. You do have to be careful. You don't want to put too much weight in here, as this type of roof structure is not really designed to carry a lot of load. But you got room for boxes, Christmas stuff, whatever you want to put up here, all kinds of room. So that's the garage. Just outside the man door, we do have the generator hookup right here. So you plug in that generator, wheel it out here. Before you start it up, there is a generator transfer switch inside the house. I'll show you that when we go in. And around here on the front, right over here, this is where we have the connection for your RV. So if you wanted to hook up an RV here, the plug is right here on the front of the garage. We've got 2 storage sheds here on the property. This one here is 12 by 16. It's a nice space for workshop, storage. It's actually being used for a workshop. You got benches all the way around in here. So a great hobby space. And let's go take a look at the other one. We're going to go over here and show you the other shed. But before I do, I want to point this out. We got a 17-foot Grumman aluminum canoe here. I believe it's 17. I'll check on that. You want to call me and I'll tell you. That's out here. This is for sale, folks. This canoe. And over here we got this other 10 by 16 shed. And in here, we've got more storage. Come on in, I'll show you around. But along with that canoe, we've got 2 adult PFDs, 2 throwable boat cushions, and 2 pretty nice Cabela's paddles. These are for sale. If you're interested in buying this outside of the real estate, you can buy that whole package for $400. But here's the deal. You call me right away and you buy this house from me, and I'll buy these as a gift for you, for a housewarming gift for this home. Plenty of room in here. He's got a motorcycle stored in here, and you got quite a bit of overhead storage space. We do have light fixtures, so there's power out here. So you got plenty of light to work if this is a workshop for you. This lot does have this clearing over here. Nice place to do a little shooting. The irons will convey. If you want them, they can stay. If you don't want them, let me know. I'll take them with me. Places here for firewood. If you got you want to put some firewood storage over here. Ample room to build another building here if you wanted to. As you drive in the driveway, you'll notice in a lot of the trees have been wired underground with lighting. So from inside the house, we can light this whole yard up like Fenway Park. So if you want to come take a look at this house, make sure you give us a call and get an appointment, because if not, you might get lit up here in the middle of the night. Let's see, what's next? Let's go around and look at the garden space around the back. We're over here on the north side of the house now, and we've got some raised garden beds here. Got some tomato plants growing over here. All behind the garage, there's a couple more beds. We got some string beans growing here. We got some, looks like zucchini squash. We got a bed of cultivated raspberries here. A lot of things you could do. This does get good natural light in here in the afternoon. So as you can see, the plants are doing well. There's already some decent tomatoes on the plant. We're going to walk around the other side and show you the other shed and an outdoor shower. Come around the back of the house. It's like a little oasis out here, folks. We got some perennial plants. We've got this pretty cool outdoor shower. So, until you've taken a shower outdoors, you haven't lived, you got to check this out. And over here next to the shower, we've got this other shed. It's really kind of a nice room. We've got on-demand water heater here to help take a warm shower, and a sink for washing up. This is a great place, like prepping vegetables or washing your string beans or whatever you wanted to do. Keeping your barbecue gear and out, maybe some yard gear out here. Cool little building. Still over here on the back of the house, and we've got this small but really nice tech deck, your synthetic decking material that doesn't need to be stained or anything like that. I have this in my house. Matter of fact, it looks like the same exact color. I love this stuff. If you're like me, you're busy, you don't want to do a lot of maintenance when you get home, this is the perfect material. We're going to go back around the front of the house and check and show you the inside. Before we get there, don't forget to stick around, because a little later on, we're going to go down to Hopkins Pond and show you the common access to the lake where you can go take a swim on a hot summer day. This ranch-style house was built in 1994. As you can see, most of the home is finished with cedar siding. There is some composite wood siding on a little bit of it, but most of it is the natural cedar. We've got this one bump out addition here. We're going to show you that room. This is one of the entries into the house. So let's go on inside and look at this 1,220 square foot ranch style home. Hey, walking into this first room, I call this the bonus room. This room is approximately 13 by 15. Does have a Rinnai heater out here. This is one of 2 units in the house. This is really nicely finished, being used as an art room at the moment, but could be an office, could be anything you wanted to, maybe a formal dining room out here. We do have dining area inside as well. Let's go on into the kitchen. The kitchen area is kind of open to the house. And you got this big center bar. We've got a portable island over here with a butcher block top. This room is a roughly 9.5 by 12.5. Big sink. So if you like to cook, you like to get your veggies ready, whatever you're prepping, you've got a extra large, very big sink. The cooktop is gas, and then the oven's over here as well. Your bar, we got kind of a pantry. This is where the refrigerator is located over here, and we do have a washer hookup in this room as well. This laundry area and fridge room could be used for all kinds of things. This is kind of a cook's kitchen. You got a lot of counter space already, but you could have more over here if you wanted to. This room does have vinyl plank on the floor. The kitchen and the dining area over here, they have natural wood flooring. This is where the deck entrance was, and the sliding glass door going outside. And we've got a pretty nice size dining area here. And there is access to the basement here. We're not going to go down there today. There's just crawl space down there. So all your plumbing and stuff is accessible through here or from the exterior. We move over here into the living room. And one of the things my clients told me they love best about this home, they have multiple heat sources. So depending on the time of year, what they need for heat, they've got options. And if you've ever lived in a cold environment, you're going to realize options are nice. So we got a Vermont Castings wood stove here. That stove will heat the whole house. There's also the second Rinnai heater in this room. Again, that uses LP gas. Very efficient units. They're one of the most efficient ways to heat your home. There's a nice little hearth here for the wood stove. This big living space open to the kitchen. Very homey room. We've got the knotty pine on the walls and ceilings in this room, and the wood floors continue through the rest of the house. So having that heat option. Notice up here we also have a heat pump. So for cooling and heating, that's a nice option in the shoulder seasons, and certainly it's a really nice feature during a hot summer day. Over in that corner, I forgot to point this out to you in the dining room. We've got the router here for the Starlink system. This will stay with the home. The dish is on the roof. The router's over here. So that'll convey, so you don't have to worry about your internet. My client's looking into getting the codes for the new owners so they can transfer that to their names. So all these heat sources, again, that does make the home pretty efficient. And I've spoke to the owners about what it costs them here. They burn about 2 quart of firewood per winter on an average year. They use a couple hundred gallons of LP gas. And their electric bill, which includes running the house and those heat pumps, averages about $130 a month. So it's a pretty efficient home to heat and cool. You know, it's still a good size ranch at 1,220 square feet. We do have some good quality windows in here. Let's go check out those bedrooms. So this is the first of the 2 bedrooms. They're both around 10 feet by 11 feet. This one does have the electric panel in it. And the electric panel here is a 100 amp entrance. And above it, we have the generator transfer. In case you lose your grid power, you can immediately flip this and start your generator up and be right back running again. Following out of this room, we'll come over here to the bathroom. And this is a full bath, flush sink and a shower in there. Go ahead and check that out. Right here in front of the bathroom door, there's a storage closet in here that houses the Rinnai on-demand water heater that takes care of the domestic hot water for the interior of the house. This also houses the plumbing for the well pressure tank is in here. And there's a inline filter that's easily accessible. You can change that a couple times a year just to keep any silt out of your water. Kind of a nice place to have it, pretty convenient. And then over here on the other side of the kitchen is the second bedroom. Again, that's pretty close to the same size as the other bedroom. For all you folks looking at this property from down south, just want to note, 71-degree outdoor temperature here in the middle of the afternoon, 50% relative humidity, pretty tough to beat. So if you're looking for maybe just a second home and you want to stay down in Florida or Texas in the wintertime, but you're looking for a Maine home, you're going to like that. We're down here at the common lot and the access to Hopkins Pond now. I'm going to have you follow down this little trail. There's a beautiful little trail here, maintained by the association, obviously. Very quiet area. Old growth hemlock trees and spruce down in here. It's really pretty. Come on down. Let's go check out the lake. It's about 150 feet. We're down here at the shore of Hopkins Pond again, and as you look down into the water, folks, you can see 10 feet deep. It's crystal clear water. What a beautiful pond. Again, I told you all about it earlier. There's trout fishing in this lake. There is a public boat landing on the other shore if you want to bring a boat in. You could hand carry a kayak or a small fishing boat down this trail to the lake and launch it here, but no trailer is going to back into here. But what a spot. Great spot to come down, sit by the lake, do a little swimming. So what do you think, folks? Can you see yourself living here, sitting around this fire pit in the evening? Basically, the only thing I can hear here right now are some wind chimes and the wind whispering through the hemlock trees over my head. What a beautiful setting. Don't forget, we got Hopkins Pond just down the road with deeded access to it that we showed you earlier. Let's wrap this up for you and get to all the details. So we've got this 1,220 square foot ranch style home built In 1994, we got the big garage with the upstairs for storage. We got all the outbuildings, outdoor shower, 9.3 plus or minus acres of land. It's really, really beautiful. Almost 2,000 feet of road frontage out there for extra privacy. All of this for $317,900. The taxes are right over here. They're affordable too. If you got any questions, give me a call at 800-286-6164. Ask for Phil. I'll be happy to talk to you about this home and set up your own showing to come look at it with me.